everyone, welcome to Artigan Weekly Bread, your spiritual board meeting. I am your Madam President of the Artigan, Natalee, spelled Natalee. Feel free to stay for all of these psychic, tarot, and astrology reports. Feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. I hereby officially call this meeting to order. So my loves, into the President's Report. So there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of shifts, and my most important message we will explore, it is a voice I heard this week. You cannot have who I am. And this goes for every area of your life, your career, your work situation, your love relationships, your family relationships, the friendships that you choose, and how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself. In 2018, the end of 2018, when I became obsessed with saving the world, that was me being in 2020. In 2019, when in so many of those dailies, I didn't know what day I was in. What day is it? What day is it? Today's what day? Da, 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 da. That was me being in 2020, and I am thrilled to report that I've done it again. I am no longer in 2020, I am in 2021. Something, I don't know if it's this past week or if it's just been happening over time and I've just become aware of it this past week, that I'm ahead. I'm in 2021. So so from now till the end of the year is really going to be bringing you guys into 2021. And I really believe it's also, of course, coinciding with the planetary energies, because what's happening right now, the end of summer going into fall, it's closing out it's purging a lot of the past, and it's building the future. You are right now building your 2021, whether you realize it in the way that I'm trying to explain it or not. It's very, very important. Okay, so that's what I'm most excited to talk about. So I will be going over the week, of course, in the astrology. We will be doing tarot, but as far as the President's Report, there's going to be so much more, and there's going to be 2021 is going to be fantastic. It really will be. Okay, so let's move on into what's next. I believe it's a psychic report. So the psychic report, I have a lot to say, but I won't be able to speak on it until September. So I'm sorry, you'll have to wait. The download is definitely the juggernauts of sovereignty. When I did that video, this is all in play. Everything happening is to break you out of corporeal and incorporeal prisons. And that line that I heard, that voice that I heard, you cannot have who I am, is really the basis of it. Because anyone trying to get your goat, anyone trying to get a rise out of you, anyone trying to turn you against yourself, betray your own integrity, change your vibration, anyone trying to control your energy field, your vibration, make you angry, disappointed, sad, depressed, sick, worried, fearful, frustrated, all of that is a hijacking of who you are and who you are deciding to be, who you're wanting to be. Everyone, welcome to the board meeting. Everyone sitting here is trying to align with love, truth, and integrity. So everything outside of that is a lie. So when we find ourselves in these lower vibrations, we have to ask ourselves, who are we surrendering our power to? And why are we doing that? And how do we take that power back? Oh, also about I will be opening up my books again in September, and the prices are going to go way up. They're going to go way, 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 way up. So anyone that's still waiting on a personal reading from me, you guys are locked in. You're on my list, and you guys locked in like a really great. It's really funny because if you wanted the readings, for from now to the end of the year, you would have been paying like the bigger prices. So it should, like, divine timing really is at work, and so you guys are getting it's like you almost reserved it before for anyway. So they're not available right now, but they will be in September. The books will be opening in September, so there's a lot that I can't talk about yet until September. So that's something that we can look forward to at the very least. Also, Yeah, she just really wants me that it's like that one line, you cannot have who I am. It's like you don't even need a lot of coaching and words around that. It's so simple. So just write that down somewhere, put it on your fridge, put it on your laptop, your phone, write it down in your own little quote, make your own little meme out of it, and just keep it with you, because that's what's really going to save you from anyone compromising who you are. And it won't be them, it'll be you giving your power away. And there won't be anyone else to blame except yourself. So let's move on into the astrology report. Astrology report. There's, okay, this week ahead from August 24th to August 31st. This week will be very much dominated by Saturn in Capricorn retrograding, squaring Mars, who's slowing down, and will officially station retrograde September 9th. This is a call for planning and masterful strategy. So Mars wants what he wants right when he realizes he wants it, and he's not going to get it. He's just not going to get it. So it's going to be so important to keep that in mind, that there is going to be frustration, and it will be between personal autonomy and personal goals and personal wants and needs. And even for some physically with the body, you could be wanting to do something with your body that you just are blocked from doing, that you just have this, the Saturnian restriction placed on you where you just can't do it, versus the Saturnian need for structure and careful planning and doing it right, being responsible, taking responsibility for what you love. And it's interesting, I know that it doesn't seem on the surface that Mars and Saturn have anything in common, or want to have anything in common, but if you work well with these two energies, you can get so much done. You can really just and it's really about the self-control aspect. It's really about owning your own energies and owning your honesty with yourself about what it is that you want and what your restrictions are and what you have to do in order to get what you want. This is the beginning, and not really the beginning, but this is a heightening of the testing to test you as far as how much do you really want something? And does it deserve your constant attention? Because this is a week where you can start putting the plan together of achieving or acquiring whatever this is for you, whatever Mars and Aries is wanting and isn't getting. It's a test to see, well, actually, I'm hearing earning it. Saturn wants you to earn it. So you might just want it, but just because you want it doesn't mean that you deserve it. I'm sure I triggered someone with that. I'm sorry, I'm a Capricorn, very Capricorn ruled, so. I was born under that harshness, okay? So that's going to be the dominant energy of the week, is that there's going to be something in your life that's agitating. Now listen, if Mars and Aries is in a part of your life that you want to put the brakes on, that you don't want it to get out of control, you could be experiencing this as like a real, godsend, because then Saturn's going to come in and make sure that that Mars and Aries area isn't going to just run roughshod over you or run roughshod over that area of your life. Okay? So that's Monday. It will last the rest of the week, and really this is about masterful control of yourself. Because remember, even though Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto are all retrograde in Capricorn, that's happening in the sky, but it's also happening in somewhere in your life. So you have that energy available to you. Pluto is transforming that area, and Saturn sets the agenda for that area to go through this process of maturation. But honestly, you guys, this is about who you are and stabilizing that into such a solid foundation that you will walk into 2021 undefeatable. Okay? So we have some other aspects this week that are more fleeting, that will provide some respite to this energy that, you know, may be frustrating if you don't lean into it. So I recommend acceptance to anything that is. Here's what I would say: any delays will work to your advantage if you can work it. Okay. And listen to your intuition about what that is. Listen to the voice inside of yourself that, you know, don't focus on the disappointments. Move on quicker. Move through that energy. And if you need to do something physical, go dance. Go, you know, I really recommend Solitary Fitness. It's the only fitness book I ever read. It's my favorite fitness book that I ever want to look at. It's by Charles Bronson, and it's this incredibly interesting and strong workout routine that you can do in solitary confinement, because he's been in solitary confinement for like 30 years or something. I digress. But, you know, disciplining your body and controlling your body and moving the energies through your body is a wonderful way to use this Mars-Saturn square. So on Tuesday, we have our waxing quarter moon in Sagittarius. And the waxing quarter moon and the waning quarter moon are definitely times of adjustment, a crisis in action and a crisis in consciousness, where, you know, on Tuesday, maybe even Monday, you could be faced with making a decision that will, it's from something that's come up from the Leo new moon on Tuesday, August 18th. And it's going to point you in the direction of how your full moon is going to be experienced on September 1st, September 2nd, the full moon in Pisces. So on this day, on Tuesday, we also have Venus opposing Jupiter in 17 degrees, Cancer and Capricorn. We also have Mercury trining Uranus at 10 degrees, Virgo and Taurus. Now, with everything, you know, with the Sun and Mercury in Virgo, eventually they will be trining all that Capricorn. So this will pay off. It absolutely will. So this is such a wonderful time for planning and strategizing, and just, I've said it, I think last week, about having so many different plans, regardless if, you know, the best case scenario comes to pass or the worst case scenario comes to pass, or, you know, all the little potentialities in between coming to pass, so that you're prepared and you're okay. You're psychologically, spiritually, you're prepared for all of the eventualities. Okay? So that's what I would recommend. And putting it down on paper, I mean, really writing it down. Virgo, that's just the vibe. Okay, so back to Tuesday. So, you know, with Venus in Cancer and going through the oppositions and squaring Mars and that kind of tension, it's a soft frustration. It's a soft conflict. It's more about Venus wanting something and just doesn't know how to get it, or doesn't, you know, just isn't able to get it and isn't able to figure out. It's just a little bit lost to me. It just feels like, especially Venus in Cancer, it's like, I have this need, I have this want, but I have no idea how to get it. I have no idea what to say. I have no idea what to do. Or if I know what to say or do, I don't know when to say it or when to do it. I have bad timing. I know how I feel, Venus in Cancer, but I'm not tuned into maybe someone else, or they're not tuned into me, or there's no communication, or there's something a little bit frustrating there. But that's I feel like that's as bad as it gets. So with Venus opposite Jupiter, that could actually work to your advantage. And you also want to take a look to see how your own natal chart works with these. So if you have like Mars square Saturn, if you have natally Mars trine Saturn, oh my God, then you know how to play the long game. You know how to channel that Martian energy steadily. And because Mars in Aries, it burns out. It blows up like a temper tantrum, then it just forgets about it. And an hour later, it blows up, and then they move on. So if you have like Mars trine Saturn, then you know how to sustain that passion. You know how to sustain this commitment. If you have natally Mars opposed Saturn or conjunct Saturn, this Mars square Saturn is going to act like that. It's going to act as that conjunction or that opposition. Okay, so on Tuesday, we also have Mercury trining Uranus. So there could be some surprising good news coming to you. You could say something that maybe surprises someone else, or it provides some enlightenment to someone else. So there could be you making decisions, as well as taking action, as well as hearing from other people. And with Venus opposing Jupiter, there could be a meeting in the middle. There could be a really nice compromise there, because Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter is going to take that expansive energy and expand from the inside. So Venus in Cancer is all about like the feelings, right? So I mean, it's how you work these energies. Because if you're determined to feel sorry for yourself, if you're determined to blame other people, if you're determined to be negative, nothing I say is going to help you. Nothing I say, So it's really about that masterful self-control. And that's what astrology is here to help you with, is all of us, is to show us ourselves so that we can make those empowered free will decisions to decide how we're going to feel and how we're going to respond and not react. Okay, so Thursday we have Venus trining Neptune in 19 degrees Cancer and Pisces. Be really careful with this, because this could be over-idealization of someone. It could be a real energy zap. Anything with, I'm especially sensitive to Neptune transits, and I think psychics are, empathetic people are anyway. But any time Neptune communicates or touches another planet, it just sucks out like the life. It feels like it just sucks out all the energy. So keep your schedule light on Thursday. Take naps during the day so that you can kind of feel, like you're not, and you might even have some prophetic dreams or some interesting dreams at that time. This could also be a very, okay, so we're in the Mars square Saturn energy this week. These smaller aspects, fleeting aspects during the week, is going to emphasize the importance of interconnectedness within yourself and with others. If you're having a difficult time connecting to other people, you've got to take a look at yourself to see how you are interconnected within yourself, because that's just reflecting back at you in your relationships. So if you're frustrated in any of your relationships, it's always the mirror pointing back at the self to see what it's triggering inside of you and anything that may be unresolved. So on Thursday with Venus trining Neptune, there could be a softening of your own rigidity in terms of what you want. Because Venus squaring Mars, her lover boy, she's not happy. But she doesn't know how to, it's awkward, right? So with Venus trining Neptune, it's either you're going to be like that scorpionic eagle floating above everything and seeing all little mice running around, and you're going to practice acceptance, or there's a spiritual opening, a spiritual oneness. It's a great day for meditating and for praying for that kind of activity, because Mars is already going to be frustrated. And zooming out, speaking of zooming out, this is the rebellion. This is any movement that you are passionate about. And I really believe that if everyone just picked one thing that they were really passionate about advocating for and defending, and really using their voice to say, this isn't right, and I am going to stand here and act as an advocate for change for this issue, that's all we need. And a lot of us have more than one of those things, okay? So it could be something like that, where people are going to be fighting against the establishment. And the rebellion and the revolution isn't going to happen overnight. It's going to be an ongoing battle. And like I was talking last week, I believe, about the corrupt cops. That's like that toxic Saturn in Capricorn energy. So it's going to be more of that. It's going to be also with that, it's going to be a lot of young people as Mars, infecting, spreading it, and old people dying. So I think that's really symbolic about how people are ready to get rid of the archaic old ways of doing things, and how we're ready for newness, the future, inclusion, safety for everyone, equality, like for real, for real. Anyway, okay, so where was I? So on Saturday, we have Mercury trining Neptune at 17 degrees, Virgo and Capricorn. This is nice. I am a fan of Saturday because of that, just because of that. That more communication. And listen, this is really a great week to start planning things, to start getting that of what you like, what you want, the changes you want to see in your life, what you want to implement. Try not to be harsh on yourself as far as like, I want this done by this date, and I want to do this by when I'm this age, and I want to do this by 2021 January 1st. I wouldn't go into that, because this is all about divine timing. Like you make your plans, and you have your best case scenario and your worst case scenario and all of your potentialities in between that. And then you give it up to the cosmos, because this full moon at the beginning of September is going to be all about divine timing. It's really cool. So yeah, also divine downloads for, I know a lot of my little baby psychics out there. This full moon of Pisces is going to be a total, you're going to get a vision, or you're going to start to see what your 2021 is going to look like. Okay, so look forward to that. And then on Sunday, we have Venus opposing Pluto in 23 degrees Cancer Capricorn. And then we have Mercury opposing Neptune at 19 degrees Virgo Pisces. There could be some information that comes to light on Sunday, August 30th that has been building over time, that you could have just turned a blind eye to, or didn't want to see, or you could even be the one communicating something to someone else. This could even be, an example of like a married couple, of one telling the other for months and months, this situation cannot keep going on. I'm gonna leave. We have to change something. Something has to change. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk away. I don't like this. And the other one just doesn't really hear it. But something like this on August 30th, when that partner has their bags by the door and they are just like walking through that door and the taxi's waiting for them, the other partner's going to be like, what? Like they're going to just be totally Knight of Swords, rude awakening. And then it's then it's corporeal, then it's like 3D, and they're trying to grapple with it. And then this Venus Pluto thing is triggering some like, I want to control, I want to hold it down, I want to prevent this person from leaving. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be that way, but you guys get where that's going. So I would just stay, I'm hearing it loosey-goosey. I would just stay very, very flexible and communicative, because communication is going to help so much in reducing your anxiety. Because what I'm picking up psychically is a lot of confusion and frustration and blame, but you're not communicating with the person that you feel like you're having a conflict with. So if you're not communicating with them and you're just building this story, Mercury in Virgo is also a story. So if you're a writer, if you write anything, that's why I'm telling you guys, physically put the pen in your hand and write it down, because this is such a strong energy for writing. So if you're not communicating, if you're not texting, emailing, speaking, verbal, audible vibrations, you can kind of get lost in your own story of what you think is happening in your connection with someone, or how you're in a situation, and it's just not accurate. And then you get the Knight of Swords, rude awakening, and then you're like, So trying to help y'all, okay? So that takes us through the week, and just like I said, focus on flexibility, acceptance, perseverance, and patience. You really want to be the Bruce Lee of this, I'll stop, but that's what you want. You want to be supremely, masterfully in control of yourself, and check yourself when you're feeling like a victim, when you're feeling negative, when you're feeling lost, when you're feeling scared. I'm not saying it that way to make fun of anyone. I'm just saying that you need to accept anything that happens to you and trust that it's a learning experience that's going to make you better, or it's karma, or it's based on, it's the results of actions you took in the past, or results of decisions you made in the past, or, so that's just, okay. Tarot report. Welcome to the Tarot Report. So we have here the unicorn. It just really, really quickly came out. It's one of the spirit ether cards, very rare. And then someone else that you're dealing with this week. This is very colorful. Another one very colorful. And the whale. Interesting. And remember, these roles can be reversed, so just take it as it resonates. Let's read from the bookie book. I think I pulled unicorn for you guys before, but not in any of like the weeklies that we do on Patreon. Okay. Unicorn, reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers, maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for the answers. I just got this as I was reading this. It's almost like someone doesn't believe in you. Like you're not real. Like how they describe the faith. And divinity, reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. Thank you. This is exactly what she meant by that line that she gave me. You cannot have who I am. You can't have who I am. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to stand firm in that. You cannot waver in you believing in yourself, in your life, in your path. Because when you do, you are vulnerable and susceptible to all kinds of horrible things. And negative energies getting in, and negative people getting in. And you let someone else control you. You let someone else get your goat. You let someone else... Now they've taken this beautiful unicorn and they made it into something else. Not you. You can't have who I am. Don't forget that you are this unicorn. There is no one else like you. You're an individual. Everyone is an individual. Everyone is a unique individual. The whale, desire to delve deeper. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, getting scorpionic energy, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them. Now I'm getting the juggernauts of sovereignty. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. But I feel a block with the communication, and I feel like someone in your field is needing this Mercury and Virgo to move things along, to move even like in the body communication, about the body communicating to your conscious awareness. You could be waiting on communication, or someone's waiting for you to communicate with them. It could be something like that. We can depend on whale. Now I'm getting Cloud Atlas. Oh my God, you guys are really talking today. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When you're in balance, you are calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When you're out of balance, you're heavy and you slip into old story. And we're talking about how Mercury and Virgo is like the ultimate story kind of unfolding. Oh, interesting. To bring back into balance, regular self-care. So that's another thing too, that if any friends or family or coworkers, if anyone is angry with you and frustrated with you and trying to be demanding with you, that is such a cue to step back from that person, put up a boundary, and take care of yourself, because that is allowing someone else to dictate how you feel. So if you're susceptible to feeling guilty, if you're susceptible to always wanting to please people, if you're susceptible to, it's too much, is what I'm getting. It's just too much. And you need to make them wait. Because it's like, if they can get you to believe that you're an ant instead of a unicorn that's just there to serve them, they'll just do it. They'll do that, and you'll go along with that until you say to yourself, you can't have who I am. I'm a unicorn. You teach people how to treat you. And this whale person, I'm getting his lip, how it's like, how he's kind of looking up like, it's interesting. It's almost like an emotional stability, this whale. A lot of experience, a lot of emotional experience, has seen a lot. I feel like this is a friend for you. Or a friendly, someone that is like on your side. Oh, I did that already. On your side, very helpful. They could be a person. They could be, honestly, this could even be like a piece of artwork. Like if you have a song or a playlist, anything that grounds you emotionally is what I'm feeling with this whale energy. So that could be movies, music, people, conversations, artwork. Okay. How do I want to do this? I want to do the Celtic cross. And then for our clarifications, we'll do the poppers. Because I feel like it's a situation. And this week ahead, the Mars square Saturn, let's see if this is that, because I feel it. I feel the situation. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Staves and the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups could actually be the whale. It could be someone coming into a maturation process emotionally, that they're going through something, or they could be softening their defenses actually with the Seven of Staves. This could be our Venus in Cancer this week. Yeah. Where it's a little bit less defensive. I mean, I like this. I always like the Seven of Staves because it's boundaries and it's a leverage, a competitive advantage. this competitive advantage of yours, if you're the whale, or this person, if you're the unicorn, will be their spiritual unity, their spiritual oneness. It will be their spiritual confidence that is their leverage, that is their competitive advantage, and it is what they can provide to the unicorn. Interesting. So, in the root of the situation, in the far past of what's going on for some one of you this week, we have the Three of Swords. So definitely heartbreak, heartache, disappointment, some real pain in the heart, something really, really painful, very disappointing. When I said earlier to like kind of move quickly through disappointments, this is what it is. This is something that's just not, it will only stay here if you allow it to stay in your energy field. This is the root of the situation. This is the far past. This is what needs to be used as like your foundation. You want to build on this. You want to take that heartache and make it a very valuable experience for yourself. But it could have, if this is for the unicorn, it could have done some damage to your confidence, and it could have made you sort of question, am I an ant or am I a unicorn? How are you allowing people to treat you? If you allow people to treat you like an ant, you're going to feel like an ant. If you allow people to treat you only as the unicorn, and that could even be you, that could even be what you can turn into with this sort of spiritual confidence and the energy work that you're doing. Tell me about this Three of Swords, please. Uh-oh. Okay, so this was definitely about a relationship. This is definitely that. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, we have the Three of Swords again, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Lovers. Definitely regrets over a relationship, definitely sadness, definitely pain over, this could be the original wound of your parents divorcing when you're 2 years old or something like that. It could be a very significant loss. It could even be that someone had passed away. This could be a really ugly divorce, something like, oh my God, okay. So you also have in your outcome, you have the Two of Pentacles again, and that's, I thread the energies when they do that. So we're going to clarify that when we get there, but what you make of this situation is either going to heal some of this energy or it's not. This is so your decision. So there will be no one to cry to. And this is, I'm sorry, I'm just so Saturn. I'm just feeling so Saturnian and just ready to put my nose to the grindstone and work really hard. So you guys, I just don't want to imbue you with any kind of false hope or any kind of overreading or anything like that. This is very, very, you've got to be practical, you've got to be grounded, and you have to be okay with delays. You have to be okay with waiting. You have to be okay with not getting what you want when you want it. So this has to do with relationships for sure. In the recent past, someone's showing up as being really stingy, and I really feel this is more to do with communication than money. But take it how it resonates. But someone is holding back, totally holding back. Very, very selfish energy. It's very fearful. It's very fear-based, low vibrational energy. And for me, the Four of Pentacles is so heavy that it either settles down into a nice, firm, solid foundation when read in a positive light. But what I'm feeling is the other manifestation, which is it's you're holding on to something that's heavy, 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 and just bringing you down. So there's that. What's interesting is where you are now, like what's going on right now, we have the Ace of Cups crossed by the King of Pentacles. So tell me about this Ace of Cups. You could have even just been energetically blocked off. So that could even be a positive, like if you're sort of just protecting your energies from people. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. This is interesting because it's like divine timing you can ride that wave. You can hop on that coattail. You can ride that out if you're ready and you know how to recognize it and you show up prepared. But if you don't see it, if you don't recognize it, if you're lost in your own dark energies, you miss that wave, you miss that opportunity, and you have to wait for the next one. So this feels like partly very divine and then partly very self-determined. Because the Five of Pentacles clarifying this Ace of Cups, it's definitely an opportunity. But you can make a decision here where even if there's a beautiful bright cup, the chalice, the holy grail of love or art or whatever this is, you can still focus on the Five of Pentacles. Poor me, I'm the victim, nothing good ever happens to me, I don't get anything, because the future environment for the situation is the Five of, we're going to clarify it. But like I said before, this feels so, I'm hearing it again, you can't have who I am. Guys, this is really important. The end of summer going into fall. As we head into the last part of the year, it will be harder than what we've already been through in 2020. But what we've already been through in 2020 with those freaking eclipses and the retrogrades and Venus retrograding, it either built you up to be solid enough and resilient enough and confident in everything you've overcome thus far to walk into the last half of the year building for yourself next year and beyond, or it's beaten you down so bad that you are just accepting whatever happens as more of a martyr and a victim and a very petty, small-minded view of the potential for your life. Let's take a look at the King of Pentacles. Because this could be a bright light in a situation that looked a little hopeless. Ooh, this could be a Virgo, the Hermit. I love the Hermit card. I really, 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 really do. Yes, it's because I'm a hermit myself. Yeah, this could be you. This could be the Whale. This could be someone else entirely. This is someone very solid and stable and secure with themselves because they have gone deep, deep, deep within themselves. The Hermit is the person that leaves the villages, leaves other people, goes to the top of the mountain to feel their pain. To feel their pain fully without anyone watching them, without any judgments, without taking anyone else's ideas and thoughts and observations into consideration. They just feel. And they ask their own questions to the universe. Why did that happen? Why me? What did I do? Why did that happen? How did this and they get answers. They get answers through how they feel. They get answers through their body. They get answers through whatever way the cosmos chooses to communicate with them. And the Lantern is the star card. And for me as a reader, the Hermit and the star show up in the same reading quite often. Because you find that star, you find that rejuvenation, you find that inspiration, you find that truth that you are made of stardust. This is someone who has a solidity about them that is quite unshakable because of this. Because they've done the inner work, because they have explored the depths of their own soul and pain and suffering. And they've accrued so much wisdom that they know to hide their light when necessary. They put it in their little cloak and they hide it. And what's interesting is that crossing the Ace of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, this could be a new person to you that is finding you in a dark moment, or is finding you in a moment of need, or is finding you in a moment of lack. And that could be financial, spiritual, or even relational, because these people are cast out of the church, and the church is supposed to take everybody, because the Five of Pentacles, that's like stained glass right there. So they're really forgotten. They're totally forgotten by the world. The entire world has closed to them. And that's why they sort of soldier on in the cold snow, probably going to die 20 minutes after this was drawn in a snowdrift or something. That's dark, sorry. I miss Chicago. No, sorry, that's really dark. So, this person, okay, let's move on, because the next energy that you move into is indeed the star energy. Now, this could even be someone that you broke their heart, they broke your heart, they rejected you, you rejected them. It could be like a return of this energy, but we're gonna wait to see, because everything in the past and right now is showing up in the future and in the future environment. So this is going to keep like going, okay? So we're going to clarify the star. This is healing. This is absolutely healing. And what's nice about this is that water is the emotion, right? At the beginning, there's either a new person, a new situation that might deal with the same energetic threads of something that happened in the past that was very disappointing. But the Ace of Cups is a burst of emotion. This is like, my cup runneth over. And, you know, there could be tears. There could be a lot of, like, imagine going from zero to hero, nothing to something. This is like you're sleeping in a cardboard box or in a dumpster in Rio de Janeiro, and then you're sleeping in, you know, a castle, or interesting. Let's take a look at this star. It's also rest. Oh, right as I said, rest. The Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. So so this is something that you thought was lost to you. And it's back, baby. And I don't really feel like it's the same situation or person. It absolutely will be for some of you. It's definitely the return of this energy. So something that, and this rejection, it looks to be that someone didn't prioritize you. Someone just didn't have the time. They didn't have it's really looking like the time. It really just looks like they did not prioritize this connection with you. Or you did not prioritize this connection with them to grow it and evolve it and whatnot. And it's bothering whoever did the rejecting. That's what it is. And it's probably this King of Pentacles who is going within and looking at themselves, because it's like, when the unicorn passes through your life, even if it's fleeting, even if it's momentary, you're never going to forget them. So you left an impression on someone, or someone left an impression on you. So this person returns, or this energy returns, and whoever was rejected, they're getting the healing with this. They're feeling better. And maybe they've even taken up some sort of their own spirituality or meditative practice, or they pray or something. Okay, where you are now, the role that you're currently playing, you're showing up in the Page of Swords. This is a test of integrity. Oh, you got to be so careful. Page of Swords clarified with the Page of Pentacles and the Devil. You really want to be very meticulous and very careful of what you say, what you write, what you post, your energetic output. This could even be someone that this could be someone around you, like you are the Page of Pentacles, and you're just trying to keep your head down and do your work, but you're surrounded by ugly people, or you're surrounded by a toxic situation, or you're surrounded by nefarious individuals that don't have your best interests at heart. So this could be your test of integrity. It could be someone else's test of integrity as well. this little Page of Pentacles, I don't think that you're going through anything like, I don't feel like this devil energy is you. I feel like you're surrounded by something that you're trying to get out of, that you're trying to dig your way out of with this Page of Pentacles. It's like looking in law books, doing research, logs, reading, writing, trying to figure. I feel like you're just trying to put a plan together to get out of this situation with whatever this devil energy is. But it's interestingly showing up as a test of integrity. So it could be your test of integrity. She's giving me the line again. You can't have who I am. Like you maintaining your integrity and doing what you're trying to do. And this could even be Mars. I know it's Capricorn's card, but this could really be Mars attacking you. And you're trying to be Saturn and just do your work and try to be responsible. But whatever Mars is doing is agitating you, testing you. Because Mars is not just you getting what you want. It's also someone attacking you. It's also someone trying to take a piece of your pie. It's also someone else being selfish. And, so however Mars is working in your chart right now, it could be that you want Mars to be slowed down. You want Mars to you want Saturn to help you slow down Mars so that Mars is less effective in hurting you. Interesting how other people see you. You're showing up as the King of Cups. That's my Michael Corleone card, and that's like a vibe. So you're giving off a vibe. You're not speaking. You're not maybe even communicating directly about maybe this heartbreak or something, or like you may not even be discussing some rejection or even talking about it or something, but they might be able to feel it from you. Tell me about this King of Cups, please. Look what I just saw. Look at the whale. Look at that whale in the very back. Could be the whale person. Could also be for some of you that they see themselves in you. And the rejection of your unicorn energy was them rejecting that part of themselves. Ooh, that was deep. Okay, that went right on the floor. So I picked him up and he's actually clarified by the King of Pentacles. This is a very tight reading where there's a lot of interconnectedness already for you this week. She just gave it to me. I was right. It is this person seeing themselves in you, and they've realized that through this time apart. So, I love it when that happens. So just like I said earlier, when I told you that any delays are working in your favor, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You could have experienced this relationship hold up or whatever this is, situation or whatnot, as a delay, but it's worked to your advantage because it's allowed someone the distance to be able to look at the situation, think about it a lot, and see themselves in you. So you give off this vibe, and it looks like it does have something to do with stability, something very solid and stable and secure. But this is nobility. The King and Queen of Pentacles are the most noble of the court king and queens. It's nobility of the spirit. It's judicious wielding of their power. They're charitable. The Queen of Pentacles is like Miss Philanthropic. She takes care of herself, her family, her community, the community's children. And so the King of Pentacles is that masculine dominant version of that, where he protects this area, he protects his tribe, he protects what's important to him. And that's a big thing about responsibility. So I know I'm going to sound even more Capricorn than I already do, but when you love something, you take responsibility for it. And that's why your responsibilities should always be met with like, I love doing this. I love taking responsibility for this. I love getting the bird food. I love cleaning the bird cage. I love it, love it, love it, because I love this damn bird. I love this attention that this bird gives me. I love this companionship. It's invaluable that this bird provides me every single morning when I hear its beautiful little tweets. It just fills me with so much joy. I love taking care of this bird. I love cleaning up the bird poop. I love it, love it, love it, because I love taking care of what I love. So if you have any responsibilities in your life that you resent, it's not the right energy. So I would recommend either turning your attitude around as far as those responsibilities and getting yourself pumped up, saying, I'm going to work so hard to pay for this because I care about it so much. Or change your responsibilities so that they reflect what you truly care about, what your heart truly cares about. And they see that in you. They might get more of a vibe for it though. They might not, because you're still showing up as it's Michael Corleone, who's not going to like say all that. They're just going to give that vibe, sitting in the chair, just like looking at the room. Your hope, fear, or opportunity is showing up as the Two of Swords. So I feel like that's you doubting yourself, not able to see clearly, and letting that sort of make you insecure, make you immobile, where you're not going to take any action, you're not going to take any next steps. The Two of Swords has these beautiful swords, beautiful power, beautiful energy, coming off the Ace of Swords, right? But no idea of where or how to start waving them all around. It's indecision, it's analysis paralysis. So if you're feeling that this week, write it down. Write down your wishes, your dreams, what you'd like, how to get there, and just write it down to help get some of that anxiety out and onto some paper and move the energy through, okay? Let's clarify the outcome. This Two of Pentacles. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles, please. I knew it. The Judgment, the Ace. Oh my God, you have two aces, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. You now have three aces on the table. It's a new relationship. This new relationship is profitable physically or monetarily for both people, the unicorn and the whale. And there's a major conversation that has to happen. This is Judgment Day. This is a work well done, a life well lived, and it's a resurrection energy. So it's a resurrection of this relationship that was not a priority before, and now it absolutely is. Because the Two of Pentacles calls for a need to prioritize. And it's shown, it's clear by the end of the week, probably by the quarter moon in Sagittarius, what your priority is, what their priority is. And if you're the unicorn, you have to maintain that unicorn. Like, you look in the mirror and you imagine a freaking unicorn with the thing coming out of your head, okay? Like, you really get yourself to that confidence level of, I'm a unicorn and I'm only going to allow people around me that treat me like a unicorn. And this person's going to pick up on that vibe and that self-respect, because that's another Capricorn energy. And I know I'm getting all Capricorn, but this is also earth sign energy, especially this Virgo energy. It's like self-respect. Self-respect. I respect myself. You can't have who I am because I have self-respect. So it's a resurrection of this energy, whether it's the same person, same situation, or it's a totally different scenario, but the energy is coming back up for revisiting and for healing. So you or this person, you or this whale is going to make the other person a priority, and that's your outcome. Let's take a look at the Five of Pentacles in the future environment. Oh, did you see that? Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Ah. And the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I have to take it because it's already here. And that's how I do it. It's how I do my thing. The Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Four of Pentacles. To clarify the Five of Pentacles. You are like, you go from zero to hero. You really, really do. Oh, I'm getting that Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Oh, now I want to watch it. There's so many movies and so little time. On and off, there are times in my life where I get to watch about 4 or 5 movies a day. Now is not one of those times. Oh my God. So your future environment is a complete release. No more holding back. No more holding on and getting all fear-based. This is more this is like the other side of that fear-based mentality. So maybe originally this whale did not make this relationship a priority, and in the recent past they're even still like clenching, fearful of their own, fearful of all this, okay? But something happens, something pops with this Ace of Cups. And that could be any of the transits, any of the smaller transits this week. And it shows this person, it shows someone a deeper knowledge, a deeper information. And it allows them to move forward and follow that lantern and that light and heal this rejection, heal this mistake. Because in the end result is like a major commitment or a major something solid. It's a serious conversation. It's a very serious conversation. Very serious, but it's a priority. This person's going to be a priority, and it's like whatever this emotional burst is, whatever this, this reinvigoration of this relationship, it's loosening, it's giving this whale the confidence to sort of take a leap of faith so that you don't end up an old man waiting to die alone. Okay, I was watching Inception as I was doing my makeup. Take a leap of faith, Cobb. Or risk being an old man waiting to die alone. Ooh. See, this person held on, clenched up before, did not make you a priority, but they only hurt themselves. They only deprived themselves of your beautiful unicorn energy. And they get that. They needed this time and distance away from you. So whatever delay you were like maybe fretting about, work to your advantage. And you guys get to start over new. Whenever the Fool shows up, it's like the get out of jail free card. You can do no wrong. So this is going to be great. You guys have to comment below, because this situation goes literally, and I've been saying that through this reading, 0 to hero, 0 to hero, 0 to hero. Whatever you two do together or decide to build on a foundation, on this new foundation, because now what you and this person will hold on to is this like resurrected connection. And what you two choose to build on this is like destined to work or win or achieve, whatever that is. And it's really interesting because we have self-knowledge with the Sphinx, and that's how you get to the top. And then we have the Fool taking a leap of faith. It's just interesting, really interesting. Okay, we'll just do a little bit of Oracle and then we shall call it. Let's do Divine Feather first. The Cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. That's both of you, I feel like. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Ooh, and then at the bottom of the deck you have the Flicker. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Remember, adaptability is the name of the game this week. Da, 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 da. Okay. We'll get my Natalee oracles. And we have... You're going to hate it, but then you're going to love it. Keep growing. This could have been the person that just did not want to take a look at this, did not want to take a look at the heartbreak, did not want to accept that they did not prioritize this connection and were the one that lost out. they played themselves. They hurt themselves. And so that's, I feel like that's what that has to do with. You're going to hate it, then you're going to love it, keep growing. I feel like that's the hermit work. This could be someone that just didn't want to do the hermit work and was not, ooh. And we have the boundary card at the very bottom of the deck. I love this card so much. A boundary is a definite place where your responsibility ends and another person's begins. It stops you from doing things for others that they should do for themselves. A boundary also prevents you from rescuing someone from the consequences of their destructive behavior that they need to experience in order to grow. So you, the unicorn, I feel like you just honored boundaries, and I feel like you just went off and did your own thing, and you didn't. If that's you, then it's like that just shows your spiritual heights or something, or your emotional maturity or something. I don't know, but that's for someone. Okay, last but not least, let's do Moonology for this one. Okay, we'll do the Love Oracle as well. Moonology for this situation. Ooh, okay. We have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse energy, and nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon energy. So anyone that's like feeling insecure, because this recent past is this Four of Pentacles. It's like that clenching up, insecurity, fear-based kind of stuff. Nothing set in stone, you know. Ooh. And then the other two cards that fell face down, we have what do you need to release and show the world the real you. So unicorn, you just keep on unicorning, okay? And for the whale, what do you need to release? You're going to do that hermit work and figure that out, okay? Have faith in your dreams is at the bottom of the deck. And that is the waxing crescent moon energy. Okay, and then last but not least, if this is a romantic connection, if this is a love situation, what do we have for this week? And I could be early, or this could take a little bit longer to unfold. I'm not the timing psychic, although I did get some feedback the other day that one person's was totally on point with the timing. So that's definitely an exception to the rule. I'm still not saying that I'm the timing psychic, but it was a nice little surprise that I was right. Okay, on the timing. Codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life. What I feel like, ooh, and then you have reconciliation. I'm not going to take everything at the bottom, but that's what we've got. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I feel like this person did not make you a priority because they had a fear of codependency and that their boundaries were going to get trampled on, and that maybe they were going to be used and abused and taken for granted and all this stuff. It turned out to just be a projection, because obviously unicorn just like has their own boundaries, is what it looks like. So you're going to see that that's going to come to light, and that will sort of lead the way to this reconciliation, that there really was nothing to fear. So that's your own healing. You know, when you have a reaction to someone else, it's like you always have to look at yourself to see, why are you getting triggered? Okay, my loves, I think I covered quite a bit for this week. Take very good care. Remember, the only thing you need to remember about this whole entire video is the line, you can't have who I am. Because people can take your home, your job, your car, your life even. They can put you in prison and hold your body down and torture you. They can take all of that away from you. They can never take who you are. They can never take your spirituality, who you are on the inside. So do not surrender your power away to anyone for any reason this week. I mean, ever. But really focus day to day. When you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say that to yourself, as if you're saying it to the world. You can't have who I am. Set your day that way, and then anything that comes up, you'll recognize it as, you're trying to manipulate me. You're trying to get my goat. You're trying to get a rise out of me. You're trying to lead me into sacrificing myself and compromising myself so that I behave in a way that is dishonorable to my own soul. And no. I love you guys. Take care. And until next week, my loves, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads. Mwah, darlings.